What is going on, guys? I am Venom 2 million, and that Venom trailer. Did I scare you? I think I did. I think I scared you. That Venom trailer, y'all, was amazing. It was great. It was excellent. There was nothing wrong with it. Listen, wrong. It was great. I loved the Venom trailer. I loved every moment of it. I loved every second of it. I loved it. People didn't like the eyes, lungs, pancreas, so many. I liked it. I liked it because Venom is that he has a humor. He has a sense of humor. He does, and that is so intimidating. And he's an alien as well. I dug it. I dug everything about it. I loved it. This should have been the first trailer. We got to see what that telekinesis explosion was. It was actually Riot, Carlton Drake. Listen, there's a few things. Number one, this trailer makes me immediately think about the fact that Spider-Man exists within this universe. I've been watching Comic-Con, the Comic-Con thing. That'll be in the description as well if you don't know what I'm talking about. They've been talking, the interviews, Tom Hardy and the director, Ruben Fleischer, they've been talking about the film. And one of the questions is Spider-Man, is Spider-Man. And people are like, no, blah, blah, blah. But Amy Pascal, the person that's in charge of Spider-Man pertaining to Sony, the person that orchestrated the deal between Marvel and Sony, the people that own the rights, the cinematic rights to the character Spider-Man, they've said that this movie is it's adjunct to Spider-Man Homecoming. It's adjunct, meaning that it takes place within that realm, not within the large universe of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. But I think that could change if this movie is received well. It looks wonderful to me. The one thing, this is what I'm talking about, the acknowledgement of other heroes. So first of all, it says, there are enough superheroes, which is blatant, but, that could be, it's just a trailer. But Carlton Drake says something, and within the interviews it kind of made me go, huh? And then with this trailer, I'm definitely going, huh? He says that humans are becoming defunct. The world it's becoming messed up and humans are becoming defunct. And then it shows him putting his hand up to the glass with that other person who's becoming infected with the symbiote. The symbiote is taking over. Carlton Drake wants to better mankind because mankind is going through wars. And if we want to talk about the Marvel Cinematic Universe, there's villains and all this stuff. The human race is becoming defunct. Think about that in terms of the possibility of there being superpowered beings within this world. The human race, as we know it, we're becoming weak because there are these other people, these other beings that are strong and have powers. There are other, people. Once a person can move something with their mind, or do these supernatural or these out of the ordinary, extraordinary things, then they're not seen as humans. So the symbiote is that answer, the answer to human evolution, the answer to us having a fighting chance. And with the tagline, or at least what's said in the trailer, with there are enough superheroes, and with Amy Pascal talking about this being adjunct, and the article that I'll also leave in the description below, talking about, it's by Variety or Vulture, one of them, description has it. It talks about what Sony's plans are, even though they don't really know, but they have large plans, a lot of plans. And Sony, of course, they're going to have Spider-Man a part of this. Of course, Spider-Man takes place within this universe. Of course, Venom is Spider-Man. This is a Spideyverse. This is a Spideyverse. These are going to be a franchise of films that tie to Spider-Man. Yes, Spider-Man's going to be a part of them. Absolutely. That doesn't mean we're going to see him straight out. That doesn't mean he's going to be at the front gate. No, these movies are to these other characters. And then you make a movie where they all meet up, where they all fight. That's interesting to me. That's different. This Venom film, I think this trailer shows that this Venom film, or hints at the fact that this Venom film takes place within a universe where other superpowered beings are. And I dig it. if that's the case, you know, I'm 100% certain Spider-Man exists within this universe. And I'm 100% certain that it will be Tom Holland Spider-Man. And I'm 100% certain that that is the fact because Sony owns the character rights to Spider-Man. Sony went into this deal with Marvel. You know, like Sony laid their terms out. Marvel laid their terms out. There was an agreement reached. Spider-Man is a part of the Venom. Like Amy Pascal said in an interview with Kevin Feige present that they're adjuncts because Sony, they paid the bills. Sony owns the characters. Sony is the one that makes the final decision. Marvel presents this is what we're going to do with Spider-Man franchise. Sony says, okay, that's it. Sony has the power, and people don't realize that. The character is Sony's. They hired Tom Holland. They're paying Tom Holland. They're paying the entire cast of the Spider-Man franchise. They're paying for the entirety of the films. Sony are the ones in control. Marvel are the ones that are asking for permission from Sony. Sony went into the deal with Marvel knowing that they announced way before this deal even came to fruition that they were going to do these spin-off movies. They've been announced that. They already knew what they were going to do. Why would they then say, you know, Venom, all these other characters, you know, we're going to use them and you get to keep our star, Spider-Man. You get to use them. Why would you do that? That's not business. That's not a smart business move. So of course, Sony didn't do that. Sony can do what they want with the Spider-Man character. That doesn't mean they're going to have Spider-Man all throughout this film. No, because they're going to really go to the villain route. Let's tell the stories of these other characters, these different stories, to get people excited about these other characters. You get big actors to play these characters. Like you get a big actor to play someone like Venom. You get a big actor to play someone like Norman Osborn. You get a big actor to play someone like Moreland or Morbius. You get a big actor to play these characters, and you make a movie only about them. People go see it. Now they're familiar with the character. Then you have this big culmination event where Spider-Man fights Venom and fights Morbius and fights Norman Osborn. And it's these characters that we have already seen. They're taking the Avengers approach, but from a different angle. And I think this Venom movie, the fact that I have this idea, it really enhances my appreciation for the Venom movie, along with the fact that it just looks cool. It genuinely looks cool. Some people are like, but the tone is inconsistent. I don't know what that means. I don't necessarily know what that means. The tone looks inconsistent, I think, because he's saying jokes. But it's not even like jokey jokes. Like it's to me, I think it looks dope. I think it looks amazing. The lick looked weird, but the CGI, they're still working on it. But yo, it looks great. It looks a lot better than people were anticipating, than I was anticipating, you know, and I am so excited to see Spider-Man fight this Venom of down the road. And then what else? Something else. Eddie Brock says in the trailer, he says something like, "Who are you?" And you know, "Who are you?" And he's talking about, do we have the symbiote says, like, "Do we have a deal?" And says, "You'll find out soon enough why I'm here." And what if the symbiote is perhaps looking for a better host? What if the symbiote is aware of the superpowered beings within this universe, within this world, and is looking for a better host? And Eddie Brock is an individual in which he can get the symbiote to a better host, which would leave room for the Spider-Man connection, leave room for that love that the symbiote has for Spider-Man, and then with that rejection, that hate. And then with Eddie Brock being the first one to have you know, the symbiote, there's the conflict of, well, you've taken the symbiote from me. Now Eddie Brock perhaps can have that personal vendetta against Spider-Man. There's just so many different angles that you can go about it. It's to me so interesting, and it's dope. The fact that they're going to do villains and have these villains cumulate to be, it's just, oh my God. Yo, I am so excited. This trailer was dope. And y'all, for those that don't like it, I'm sorry. This was sweet. It was new. It was different and so familiar at the same. It was like, yo, that's Venom. And we ain't never seen Venom before. Look, that's Venom. Venom sit on the couch with your baby, holding your baby. And you walk in, he says, you'll wake the baby. Because Venom gonna kill. Venom, you can't. Venom is dog. Like, y'all. It's awesome. This is dope. Sony, keep it moving. Just keep it good. Hopefully the movie is great. And we can continue great movies. And then you connect it with Spider-Man. And then Marvel will go, we want Tom Hardy too. Can we have Tom Hardy, Sony? And Sony would be like, how much we talking? You know, because that's the plan. That's the plan. You know, they're going to renew the deal, but Sony wants some money. They want some money because they need some money, but they want some money. So that's the plan. Listen. I'm done. What y'all think of that Venom trailer? What did y'all think? Y'all gotta let me know in that comment section down below. I'm be down there, and right now they filming Spider-Man Far From Home, and they just spotted what's his name, dude playing Jake Gyllenhaal. They spotted Mysterio. Again, who's getting these big actors? Who's paying the bills? Sony is paying the bill, not Marvel. Sony. That's why they get Jake Gyllenhaal. You get, you know, you do that. And then imagine Jake Gyllenhaal. Well, he's Mysterio, so it's kind of lame. But imagine, like, you have a film in which Jake Gyllenhaal, Tom Hardy, I don't know who would play Norman Osborn, but somebody, whomever. It would be Kevin Spacey, ideally, but he's, you know. You know me. But I don't know, whoever else. Who's somebody big now? Big, because you want to get Bryan Cranston. Bryan Cranston, you know, you imagine them in the same film. You get, I don't know who you get to play Craven, but imagine those actors. That'd be dope. But yeah, that's it. Let me know what y'all think down there. You know, to me, saying like the video, subscribe if you're new, share the video around with your friends, because this is some information. I'm dropping that knowledge. Venom 2 million. That's what I do. All I do is drop knowledge. Did you know that? If you didn't, now you know. Now you know. Peace, y'all. Peace out.